What's up? Here's the next one. I'm not fixing it. There's no frame left. Need to take the transmission out. It's an 04 Chevy truck. It's only took the interior out of. But going to rip the motor out, the tranny out. Already got my tools out. You know, toolbox all on the floor. Had to take the bed off for somebody else's truck. It's got almost a full tank of gas, so we're going to snip all that out of there. That's expensive. That's probably worth more than the truck. But transfer case, transmission, motor, wheels, the gas, and I don't know what else. But we're going to start it off by yanking the tranny out. Here we go again. Alright, before we start, look peeps, this thing's not fixable. I'll show you some rustage. Yeah, it's all kinds of numb. Then over here, it is just all chewed out. She's ready to break. Fuel line's about ready to pop. I imagine if you clean all that out, there ain't nothing there. The pile of dirt. Pretty crispy. And the front half of it, I'll show you later, it's got some welded plates in there somewhere to fix some of the other rusted, broken frame. So we're going to use this as much as we can. Motor's going to get reused, training's getting reused, everything. So let's get started. Alright, I got the drive shafts off, just 4 bolts back there. And ploop, falls right out. Draining the transfer case so I don't get covered in a bath. Then the front drive shaft, same thing, there's 4 bolts. Then there's a clip here to hold that little cover on. You don't really need to take it off, but it makes things a little easier. Exhaust bolts, there was 3 on this side, 3 on that side, got them out, that's already dropped. And next we're going to take, I think, probably cross member, try to get this transfer case out of here. And work on the transmission. Alright, we got some U2 magic. It's already out. I got wrenching on it and just kept on hammer down. Yep, transfer cases come out. You know, a bunch of nuts there and it comes out. This thing though, the transmission was stuck real good to the motor. It did not want to come off of that sucker. But a lot of persuasion got it off there. Dowel pins come out with the transmission, so when they come out, I had to beat them out of that, and I need them for the motor. So I guess we're going to pull the motor out next. But let's see, oh yeah, the weld spot. I get some light here. Okay, here's where she's welded. Not a bad weld, but it looks like the frame was probably goken in two, at least, or cracked, or something. It don't look too healthy where that weld was, but the weld don't look hateful. But so yep, we're going to move on to that. Then probably after that it'll be front diff. Might keep that. I mean, it's got 373s in it, and hopefully that rear end doesn't leak, because where the U-bolts go down, that little plate down there collects water, and they rust real bad, and then they leak because it rusts clear through it. I've had several of them like that, so I don't know if that happens, and I guess that rear end is junk, because it's a 373 posi. So moving on. Yep, motor next. Bow wow. Oh yeah, I just wanted to show you some more rust. The light. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at it. Just rusted to nothing. I think the Titanic looks better. It's just gone. Everywhere. And then right here is where she's all up in there. And over here we got nothing. Check it out. Yeah, I thought you wanted to see some rust. There's rust. Alright, we're going to start tearing the engine out of it. Got the fan shroud already off. The bottom part of the fan shroud is cracked and broken, so it's garbage. So we're going to take the fan off. Get you a big wrench, and there's my big hammer over there on the floor. For it. And you just whammy it until she comes loose. Whammy and whammy and put some tension on it. Oh, missed it! And she's loose. It's that simple, peeps. You just sit here and twist her off here. One more steps to go. While this thing is up in the air, I'm going to go ahead and cut the e-brake cables, take the shocks off. So I'm probably going to try to save on this rear end as long as it ain't, you know, rotted underneath these U-bolts. I'm going to do that, I think, next. And then go underneath and get all the motor mount bolts out. That way I can get this thing back down on the ground so I could, you know, work on it a little better instead of standing on a little height adapter here. But try to do everything I can underneath first, then put it down so I can yank this motor on out of here. So, grinding time, here we go. Alright, got all the gas drained out of it. Rear ends, running U-bolts is ready to come out. I want to take out, there's 2 bolts up in here, 2 bolts right there for the motor mount. Then there's a ground up there and I got to cut the fuel lines. Then found this down here. This is a little weird. New brake hose, and they just left the old one hang out. That's been there a while. That's pretty rusted. Why not? You know, less work. Just leave it there. Let it grind on the wheel a little bit. You know, self-clearance stuff. That's good. But I think that's about all I want to do down here is take them bolts out. There might be some wiring here and there, but I can't remember if there's anything else. I don't think there is. It's been a little minute since I've pulled one of these. So let me get some tools. See what happens. Oakley dokley, neighbors. I got all the wiring off, except for some junk that's right there. Got the chain hooked to the back and the bell housing bolt right there into the alternator. All 4 motor mounts are out, and I'm about ready to put it on the ground, get it out of the sky here. But I learned a few things. Oh, there's a ground over there, but I learned a few things in the front. I think it's all ready to pull. So when I get this thing on the ground, it's showtime. Alright, it's coming out. It's a little tighter in there than I thought because, well, this truck was kind of hit a tree. All this smacked a tree, so everything's pushed back. So I don't have a lot of clearance. It's very wedged. Keeps getting stuck on everything. But let's keep breaking stuff here and see what happens. See if I can put this right there. Right there in the freaking sockets. Alright, let's go. Hold on a second. Alright, I had to take care of some wiring issues here. But yeah, it's breaking some stuffs. It's tight in there. Give me something to break. Uh-oh. Crane's running out. Crane. Oh yeah. Stuck on. Something's chucking my wheel on the floor. That's always good. It is out finally. All kinds of room in there for activities now. I think next will be front diff. And that's about, oh yeah, cut the brackets out of there for the junk holder. You always like to save on them a little bit. Alright, let me find somewhere to put the motor and I'll be back. Alright, changed my mind. I think I'm leaving the front diff. I already have one. I think I got maybe, actually I think I got two. I don't need any more. So, if I take the junk holder out, maybe the mirrors, oh definitely the mirrors, the doors. Doors are nice to have just for the parts inside. But when I pulled this out though, I've pulled a bunch of these out. First one, I've pulled the intake off to do this. Way gooder to take that sucker off. All kinds of rooms. But yeah, these mirrors, they got the little blinkers in them. They actually work. Then the headliner's garbage, so I'm just gonna cut a big square there and then grind out the bracketry up in there for junk holder. Then if I take the gauge cluster out, gauge cluster's like, you know, 4 bolts. Tilt the wheel down and she comes out. Don't know if I'm gonna keep the wheel because it's that when it was wrecked. There's like 2 nuts under there that I guess when you're in a wreck they break away because now the steering wheel moves, you know, everywhere. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or not. Plus I got, I think, about 5 of them. I have stripped a lot of these trucks. I got way too many parts. And I only need more parts. Run out of room. So then I got these junk seats here that are pretty well chewed up. Like, looks like by a dog or something. So I think I'm going to keep the motor garbage junk out of both of them. Because I got a truck that has leather seats and power and all that cool stuff and heated seats. So I'm going to keep them and probably junk the seats. But everything back here is out. I think, well, actually, yeah, it is out, but I think I'm going to keep the filler neck once we haul this sucker off. May keep the leaf springs. I don't know yet. I got to look at them some more, make sure there's no cracks in them. Because leaf springs are expensive. May keep that console. Maybe. Like I said, I'm out of room for stuff. So, let me grab some more tools. Oakley dokie neighbors. Already got the doors off. They're pretty simple. Front door's got a bolt there. You pop them off and you fish your wiring through here, up through here, and into, I think it was that plug. Pop it all back through and lift up on the door, she comes off. Back's about the same. 1 bolt. And it's got this little clip here. You take that little clip off and you fish your wire through the door. Lift straight up. Done. Then taking the good wheels off. I'm going to throw some junkers on it for now. It's pretty crusty down here. But it does have some new brake pads, but nah, don't need them. Nah. This side, if you remember, it's got 2 brake hoses. It's got the one they replaced, and this old one is just kind of hanging out here. I mean, like I said, it's been there a long time. It's pretty rusty. That's pretty good. Same thing, pretty rusty over here. Pretty well junk. Took these doors off. Same deal as the other side, and leaf springs look good. So got these bolts ready. All the bolts ready to come out. That one's done. That one's done. So once it gets on the trailer, we just zippity doo dah the bolts out. It's ready to rock and roll. I don't know if I've got any junk wheels to put on the back of this yet. I'll look. Might not. So next will be get this thing outside and throw all this garbage out of it and rip this headliner out so I get the junk holder out. So give me a few minutes to get this sucker out the door. Oh yeah, I'm keeping the throttle pedal. There's some wiring right here. There's a box. You know, bolt the box, 3 bolts, 10mm. Plug the wires from it, take the box out, and then there's a wire that goes down to the firewall. into here where your gas pedal should be. 2 10mm bolts. Disconnect the wire from it, and it just fishes up to the firewall, and boom. Boom, done. Alright, let me get this outside. Alright, we're outside in the fresh air garage. Fresh air everywhere. But headliner's out. Pretty simple. You got 3 screws on the visor, screw there, 1 there, and 3 there on that visor, and screwdriver, you pop those out. Same there, and 2 little clips back here, and that sucker comes right out. Got the junk holder out. Now I got to grind. I'm probably gonna cut down into here. Probably back into here on that. Get as much as I can, so when you put it in the trunk, you just shave off whatever you don't need. Then I took the wiring that was in that, tore it off that, and fished it down through the dash, which fishes all the way down in here into this box, in case you might need it for something. But alright, we're gonna get grinding. Oakley dokley, it is out. It's got a little sunroof. See the sun. Grind her all down. So, this is what she looks like before she hauls for scrap. Just stuff full of junk. And we put an engine in it. It's in there right, isn't it? It's like a front wheel drive. It's actually probably heavier than the V8. Straight 6-cylinder. I have no idea what year that is. But once it's on the trailer, I'm going to take the rear out. I'm saving on that. But yeah, groovy stuffs. So it's time for the word of the day. We're going to go with pollen, because it's pollen season. Yep, pollen. But here's the bracketry, junk holder, and the wiring. So that can be reused. So that'll be it for this one. I have no idea what I'm going to work on next. Some more junk. So stay tuned.